Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of crude has moved in the last month and how the price of crude can move in the next month. See, if you look at the chart of crude, what we have seen that crude is continuously moving downside. Okay, and if you look at this particular chart, it made a high of around 123.85. Okay, and this in the month of July to August, and from there we have seen it is moving downside continuously. Before that we have seen it made a high of around $129.50. Okay, and from there after the next time what it tries to do, it tried to break this particular high but it didn't and made a high of around 123, and from there we have seen it is continuously moving down. If you look at this particular chart, it has created a pattern, which is, if you look at weekly chart, where we have seen after making this negative point, we have seen it has tried to move up, make a high in a zone, and from this particular high we have seen a sharp fall has continuously followed. Okay, whenever it goes high, it made a sharp fall. This is for the second time, third time, fourth time and fifth time we have seen this. Okay, and it was trying for the sixth time, but it hasn't break the particular high and made a high of around 123.50, and from there we have seen it is continuously moving down. Before we move forward and explain you how it can move ahead in the month, if you have any doubt, mail me at stockmarkettradinglive@gmail.com and one more mail ID in the description. Please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work in crude, and a Telegram link also I have given in the description. You can join that too. Now look at this particular chart. It is currently trading at around $80.77. Okay, and if this particular level didn't sustain, there is a higher probability that we can see it can move further low. Okay, but if this particular level sustain, if it goes above a level of 85.81, then we can see it can go further upside, because this was a resistance. It was a support first, now acting as a resistance. If it goes above this level, then we can see it can go further down, further upside if it goes above a level of 85.58. Okay, so now what we can see, if the price didn't sustain this particular level, we can see it can come down and can touch a level of around $77.28, which I've already explained in my previous video, that 85, 77 and 65, these are some of the strong supports. From there we can see it can bounce back the price of crude. Okay, now suppose if this particular level didn't sustain, which is a higher probability. Okay, so now if you look at this particular chart, what we can see, that if it is trading at around $80.88. Okay, so if this level didn't sustain, what we can see, possibility of moving further down towards a level of 77 is there, and if that goes further down, then there is a probability of touching 75 to a level of 68. Okay, now we can see that the crude price is currently trading at around $80.77. Okay, so I'll explain you where it can go further down. Okay, suppose if the price didn't sustain this particular level of 85.87, this is where we have seen it has come down to a level of $80.83. Now if this level didn't sustain, the next support coming at around 77.26, which I have already explained in my previous videos, that if this 77.26 also didn't sustain, then we can see it can come down again to a level of $75.49, and if that level goes further down, then there is a higher probability of touching further down towards a level of $70.91. Okay, and once the price crossed this particular level downside, which is a higher probability, we can see it can go further down. Okay, as we know, as I've already explained you, that 77.28 is a strong support, and if it goes below a level of 77, then we can see a level of 65.28 was a strong support. But we can see if the level sustain above this particular level, a level of 66, then we can see a pullback at this particular level, because these are some of the support. From there we can see a bounce back, but a resistance formed at this particular level can make them come down further down, because there is a high probability overall trend is in the downside, so probability is very high that we can see it can move further low. Okay, now if you look at this particular chart of 75.49, this is the strong support, so from there we can see a bounce back. If that level also didn't sustain, then we can see a level of 66.67, which is, from there we can see there is a probability of bounce back. But if that also didn't sustain, then we can see a level of 61.38. okay, from there also we can see a bounce back, but a resistance coming at around 63, so we can see it can come down again to and cross this particular level of 61. Then there is a probability that if it goes below a level of 61, then we can see a level of 55.38 also, and if that level goes further down, then is there and if it goes further down, then there's a probability that we can see it can move further low towards level of 58. Okay, now understand something, that if the market, if we form a swing at this particular level, if it form a swing at this particular level, then there is a probability that we can see it can move further upside. Okay, as we know that there is a probability that when, if it goes above a level of 85, then we can see it can go further upside. As I've already explained you that 85.58 is a strong support, before it has not crossed this particular level, but now it is acting as a strong resistance. So if this particular level sustain, we can see it can go further upside towards a level of 83.97, and if that level sustain, then we can see it can touch a level of 85.58, and once if it sustain this particular level, we can see a level of 87.85, and from there we can see it can go further upside. Okay, and if that level sustain, we can see a level of $88.91, and from there we can see it can go further higher towards a level of $93.58. Okay, and once if it sustain above this particular level, then we can see it can go further upside, because there is a higher probability that if it form a swing at this particular level, then the trend will change towards an upside, because if it sustain above a level of 85.38, because it shows that there is a higher probability of moving further high, because it is moving in a particular descending order. So if this range break upside, then we can see it can go further upside. Okay, so once if it goes above a level of 91.38, then we can see a level of $98.8, and if that level goes further high, then there is a probability that we can see it can go further upside towards a level of $104.79. Okay, and once if it sustain above this level, then we can see it can go further upside, and it can go further high. Okay, once if it goes above a level of 104.79, then we can see a level of 109.73, and if that also sustain, then we can see a level of $112.91. Okay, and if that level goes further high, then there is a probability of touching $119.61, and it can make a particular high for in April 2022 we have seen a high, so probability is high it can break this particular level, and a probability of moving further upside towards all-time high. Okay, for this particular 2 years, so there is a high probability that we can see that particular level. So any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I have given the mail ID in the description. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe it. Thank you.